Gordon Schrader. Row 3 inside from West Mifflin, Scott Gunn in the 14G. In the number 71 car, Scott Jones from Youngstown, Ohio. In the 63, Ralph Highsong Jr. Ralph Highsong Jr. in the 63 from Georgetown. Outside from Austintown, Ohio in the 10, Wayne Tessine. In car number 47 from West Mifflin, Bruce Driestad. And out for the first time this year from Pleasant Hills in car number 17, Vince Laboon. Also, Mike Ross tagging the field in car number 9 from Hookstown. Here we go off the 4th turn. When they get to the cone, we go. Amstel Modified running first tonight. Scott Stifler with the lead. Powell runs second. Broniszewski third down the backstretch. Scott Gunn in the 14G running in the 4th spot. And it's Ralph Highsong Jr. in car 63. Down on the inside, Bobby Powell trying to put the pressure on Scott Stifler. Stifler getting his first career win here a few weeks back. He leads in the 14. Powell runs second. Gunn in the 14G is third. 28, Jeff Broniszewski fourth. Highsong in the 63 is running fifth. Powell way down, actually off the racetrack there in turn 4. Slides up into the middle lane in turn 1. Scott Gunn now to the inside of Bobby Powell. Powell still second. Gunn is third. Broniszewski fourth. Highsong is fifth. Tessine picks up a spot down the backstretch in car 10, running in the middle of the pack. Scott Stifler, your leader. Bobby Powell in the 20. Scott Gunn in the 14G right with him as they head into turn number 1. Completing lap number 3. Still Stifler. Powell second. Gunn third down the back straightaway. Scott Stifler running in the middle groove. Bobby Powell down on the inside as they come off the 4th turn. Powell goes to the lead this time down the front stretch. At the halfway point into turn 1, Powell sliding up. And he's got the pass made. Scott Stifler now trying to dive underneath Powell off the 2nd turn. Gunn is third. Broniszewski fourth. Wayne Tessine to the outside of Ralph Highsong Jr. and moving to 5th. Scott Gunn now to the inside of Bobby Powell and moving, to the inside of Scott Stifler, moving to 2nd. Powell continues to lead. Gunn is 2nd, right on his tail. Stifler 3rd, Tessine 4th, Broniszewski now 5th. Wayne Tessine closing in on the front leaders. They're content on running way down low, and he's running above them. Final lap. Bobby Powell still leads. Scott Gunn trying to take him on the outside. Tessine is now to 3rd. Scott Stifler 4th. Jeff Broniszewski still 5th. Tessine with the momentum going in on the middle groove. Bobby Powell down low. First time he's been here to Pittsburgh in the Amstel Modifieds. He takes the heat race win. Wayne Tessine gets 2nd. Scott Gunn 3rd. Scott Stifler 4th. And Ralph Highsong Jr. will finish 5th in the number 63. 57 tonight from Cannonsburg, Logan Dernoshik. From East Liverpool, Ohio, the 0, Larry Kugel. Jeff Hafke out of Austintown in the 29. Tom Duratz in car number 55 out of Scott Township. DJ Miller from Hookstown in the 16. Dale Charlier from Midway in the 84. Rich Fuzzy Stifler out of Niles, Ohio in the 11. Russ Matika from Enac in the blue number 17. Jerry Hassey in car 40 from McDonald, Ohio. Off the fourth turn they come. Second heat race for the M-Stall Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning E-Modifieds, Economods. On the way, 50-50 tickets on sale in the grandstands. If you didn't get yours on the way to the Speedway, 50-50 tickets on sale. Logan Dernoshik spins in the 67. And Rich Stifler. Off the fourth turn they come. Ready to get back underway, and away we go. M-Stall Modifieds. John Marigo with the lead into turn number 3. Dennis Niederreiter in the 44, Larry Kugel in the 0, racing for second. DJ Miller and Dale Charlier going at it for third and fourth. Logan Dernoshik getting the black flag in the 67 as the front end out of whack there. Don't want it to break and cause more serious problem on the racetrack. John Marigo, your leader in car 40. Larry Kugel in the 0, running second. Dennis Niederreiter in the 44 third, 16 Darren DJ Miller fourth. Kugel in the 0 to the outside of John Marigo and into the lead in the Penfield Contracting 0. Dennis Niederreiter in the 44 spins in turn 4. He's running up there in the third spot. Caution is out for the 44 of Dennis Niederreiter. Kugel leads, Marigo's second. Russ Matique and Darren DJ Miller. Miller into third, or is he? There goes Matique on the outside. Kugel out in front. Darren DJ Miller down on the inside moves to second. John Marigo is third. Russ Matique fourth. Rich Stifler, who went to the back on that first lap incident, up into the top 5 in car number 11. Here comes DJ Miller to the inside of John Marigo again. A good race for second here. Trying to run the quarter mile. Not much of a race out in front. Larry has left them by the wayside. Rich Stifler in the 11. Challenging Russ Matique for fourth. One more lap to go, one to go. Marigo now with some daylight in second. Miller is third, Matique fourth, Stifler running fifth, then Charlier, Niederreiter, Duratz, and Hasse. Off the fourth turn. From East Liverpool, Larry Kugel picks up the heat race win, the second heat race for the M-Stall Modifieds. John Marigo gets second. DJ Miller third, Russ Matique fourth, and Rich Stifler is fifth. In the 0-4 from Strasburg, Ohio, B.A. Malquit. From Glenn Willard, the 1Z of Jimmy Zarin. From Chester, West Virginia, your points leader in the red 5, Lou Bradish. From St. Clairsville, Ohio in the T8, Mark Bernal. Back from Wexford in the 33, Butch D'Antonio. From Fairmont, West Virginia, the 84 of Steve Baker. From Cranberry Township, the 09 of John Flinner. And from Oakdale in the 55, Bill Nepper. To the 9C, Adler in the 7. Bring the field off the 4 turn. We are underway. Green is out. Crawford leads. Malquit runs second. Off of 4 they come. Into the Dust Bowl. 3 wide, not for long, down the back straightaway. Bernal and Bradish now will to will for third into turn number 3. Crawford leads, Malquit is second. Bradish third, Bernal fourth. Adler fifth, then Flinner, Zarin, Baker, and Bill Nepper. Doug Crawford leads. B.A. Malquit is second. Come into his own here the past few weeks. The Fathead Saloon 9C out in front of the Phil Lucon Rep Fab 04. B.A. Malquit, Bradish third, Bernal fourth, Flinner is fifth, Baker now to sixth. In car number 84, Adler seventh, then Bill Nepper and Jimmy Zarin. Zarin smoking bad in the 1Z. The Ace Tire and Parts 1Z starting to lay down a lot of blue smoke. Zarin into the pits in car 1Z. Less than 3 laps to go. Doug Crawford continues to shine here in this opening heat race for the late models. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Bradish third, Bernal fourth, and Flinner fifth. Baker sixth, and Adler and Nepper wheel to wheel off of 4. Malquit trying to run down Crawford and closing in as they head into turn number 3. 1 more lap to go, 1 to go. Crawford just sticking on the inside of the racetrack at both ends, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. He now has the 33 of Butch D'Antonio in front of him. Off the 4th turn, checkered flag is waving for Doug Crawford. Malquit will get second, Bradish to third, Bernal fourth, and Flinner fifth. He wrecked a few weeks back. This is an older car. Jimmy Lepro outside in the 6 from Midway. From Greensburg in the 0, Davey Johnson. From Worcester, Ohio, the 75 of Don Gross. From Baldwin Whitehall, the 35 of Mike Cecere. From Wellsburg, West Virginia, the 17 of Lance Elson. From Finleyville, the 64 of Andy Catsellis. From Girard, Ohio, the 75, Dale Fuller. 10 laps, second of 3 late model heats. Off the 4th turn they come, and the green is out. No go. Oh, Alex Free into the back of Mike Cecere. Alex certainly making his presence felt after coming out of the pits late. He took off early on the start, called for jumping on the start, and then gets into the left rear of Mike Cecier there into turn number 1. It looks like the 35. Try it again. Off the 4th turn they come. Green is out. Davey Johnson quickly into the lead as they head into turn 1. Jim Lepro second. Dennis Curry third. Then Cecier and Gross down the back chute. Richards Construction, Bland Towing 0 out in front with the Buds Place Zappy Oil 6 behind it. Here comes Cecier down off the inside of turn 4. TD Sports Lounge 35 into third. Curry in the Coors Light 8 runs fourth. And it's Don Gross with Lance Elson pressuring him on the outside down the back straightaway. Farine Catellis in there as well. Mike Cecier challenging Jimmy Lepro for second down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Cecier to second. Lepro's third. Curry fourth. Lance Elson is fifth. Don Gross, Alex Free, and Andy Catellis. 3 laps down. Little cloud cover in 1 and 2. The sun is out in 3 and 4. Johnson with a big lead here. 4 laps down this time by 6 to go. Lance Elson picking up ground in the 17 car, moving to 4th. Young man out of Wellsburg, West Virginia is getting faster and faster every time he comes here. Halfway, 5 laps to go. To go, 3 to go. Lance Elson trying to run down Jim Lepro for third. Off the 4th turn, it's still Lepro third, Elson fourth. Dale Fuller in the pits in the 75F. Lance Elson running down Jimmy Lepro down the back straightaway. Still Lepro third, Elson fourth. They're a half a lap behind your leader, Davey Johnson, with 2 to go. Cecier in second. Off the 4th turn, it's still Lepro third and Elson fourth. Curry runs 5th, and Fareed Catellis and Gross. 1 lap to go for Davey Johnson. Side by side for the 3rd spot. Into 1. Lepro still third. Elson a half a car length behind in 4th as Johnson gets the win. From 3rd to 1st on the 1st lap and kept on going. Mike Cecier finishes 2nd. Who is going to be 3rd? Lance Elson and Jim Lepro rubbing wheels through 3 and 4. Off the 4th turn, Lepro will get 3rd and Elson will finish 4th. Andy Catellis takes 5th on the final lap in the Drew's Auto Service 64. From his honeymoon and back in the race car in the 111 from Titusville, Robbie Blair. And in the 99, Ricky Thomas from Scott Township, Ricky Thomas. 3rd and final late model heat race. About to unfold. Ricky Dawson and Ben Miley bring the field up to speed in turn 4. The green is out. Into turn one. Dawson with the lead. Doug Dodd into second. Ben Miley is third. Down the back straightaway. David Scott to fourth. Mike Johnson trying to follow him into fifth. He's underneath the 11R of Rusty Whitmore. Dodd goes for the lead. Now he's high in turn four, and here comes Rick Dawson back underneath him. Doug Dodd, he was so fast here a couple of weeks back when he got the win, and he certainly hasn't slowed down. Dawson is off the pace. Rick Dawson is off the pace in car 67. Miley second now. David Scott third. Look at this battle for fourth. Mike Johnson, Rusty Whitmore, Bob Mosky, Ricky Thomas, and Robbie Blair are going at it in the back of the pack here. Some real hard racing in the back of the field. As Dodd leads, Miley runs second, and Scott is third. Mike Johnson sits in fourth. Rusty Whitmore right now is fifth. Ricky Thomas gets a big bite coming off the fourth turn in the 99. He moves up into the fifth slot. Can he hold it? Here comes Bob Mosky putting the pressure on Thomas down the back chute. Rusty Whitmore and Robbie Blair running wheel to wheel into three. 4 laps down. Doug Dodd by a half a straightaway, your leader. Bob Mosky's got to have the funkiest sounding race car here. He's got some different kind of headers on the 33. Doug Dodd just cruising around here. Halfway. Straightaway lead now for Doug Dodd. David Scott in third in a 3-car. Mike Johnson fourth. Ricky Thomas running fifth. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Mike Johnson starting to smoke in the 2J. Ricky Thomas trying to pass him on the outside in turn one. Johnson's smoking bad right now. Here comes your leader and your winner, Doug Dodd, out of Cambridge, Ohio. Ben Miley gets second. David Scott third. Ricky Thomas fourth, and Mike Johnson, with that smoke coming out of the back, finishes fifth in the 2J. And Robbie Blair, Bob Mosky, and Rusty Whitmore. Up into his starting spot, first time here out of St. Clairsville in car 39. The 5 of George Kowalik from Moon Township. Jim Steffens in the 84 from Pittsburgh. From Castle Shannon, the 11A of Pittsburgh, Pete Loria. From Kennedy Township in the 25, Len Dobrashelsky, last week's feature winner, 3-time winner this year. 810 on your AM dial, and then there's the Fast Track with Don Gamble on KDK Radio 1020, Saturday afternoons from 1 to 2. Keep you up to date with what's happening in racing circles here in western Pennsylvania and surrounding areas. Into turn one, Tim Reed in the 39 with the lead. Ronald Patchen in 35 second. George Kowalik in the 5 is third. Then the 2 of Brian Laraway. 12B, Bob Damron, the 84 of Jim Steffens. Tim Reed's first time here. He's running at a lot of different tracks this year. by half a straightaway. He runs a lot at the Tyler County Speedway, so he's never been on anything close to this size as far as the length of the track. Ron Opachin second, George Kowanek third, Bob Damron fourth, and spinning is the two of Brian Laraway. A slow spin off the second turn. He's turning her back around. The green stays out. Kowanek into 5, out of shape on the back straightaway, rocking and rolling. He too gets her going straight, and the green is still waving. Halfway, almost, for Tim Reed. For the first time here, he's dialed in mighty fine. From St. Clairsville, a lot of guys from St. Clairsville run around here pretty good. Opachin still second. Opachin starting to come into his own in the limited late models after taking a year off from racing and, of course, winning all those features through the years in the spectator stocks. Bob Damron is third in the 12. Jim Steffens in the 84 fourth, and the 25 of Lendo Brashowski is fifth. Brian Laraway, the newcomer from Penn Township, trying to stay on the lead lap. 4 to go. Bob Damron in the DPC Automotive 12 to the inside of the Sunrise Motors 35 of Ron Opachin. Into 3. Steffens still fourth, Dobrashowski fifth. Wheel to wheel coming off of 4 on the bottom. Bob Damron now to second. Opachin third, then Steffens and Dobrashowski. Oh, contact into 1. Dobrashowski goes spinning. Just touching the wall up there. Got in a little hard into 1 and got into the back of the 35 of Ron Opachin. Tim Reed brings the field back up to speed. This time Brian Laraway spins in turn 1. He's going again. Brian's learning. Think about it, he's keeping the green out. If he spins on his own and it's his fault, he just turns her back around and keeps going. Tim Reed, your leader. Bob Damron second, Jim Steffens third. Pete Laurie is fourth in the 11. Lendo Brashowski back up to fifth in car 25. 1 lap to go here, 1 to go. Dobrashowski moves the rough cut Slim Jim 25 into 4th. The Quaker Steak and Lube 11 now 5th to Pete Laurie. Tim Reed from St. Clairsville, Ohio, your leader. Bob Damron second, Jim Steffens third. Checkered flag for Tim Reed. Damron second, Steffens third, Dobrashowski fourth, Laurie fifth. Then Opachin and Kowanek. Dwayne Poffum in the 7 out of Crafton. Tommy Schoenhofer in the 8 from Emsworth. John Pavlik from Austintown, Ohio, the 00. Still waiting for the 55 of Willie White from Heidelberg. The 7C of Gary Saloni from Bridgeville, and the 1B of Brandon Waring from Callery. Snyder Truck Spectator stock heats are coming up next. And green is out. Rick Heim into the lead. Dave Wade second. Dwayne Poffum third. And then Tom Schoenhofer and John Pavlik. We got a car turned around in 1 and 2. Gary Saloni in the 7C. Facing the wrong direction. He too was just getting started in dirt track racing. Gary has been. Means the heat race winners will be starting back. 7th, 8th, and 9th spots. Previous 2 feature winners, Lou Bradish and Doug Dodd, will start behind them. Back underway with this limited late heat race. Rick Heim, the Lowry's Run Automotive 29, leads the way. Dave Wade second, Willie White third. Tom Schernhofer in the 8 car looks to the inside of White. Wheel to wheel for the third spot. Not for long. Tom Schernhofer makes the pass. Willie White now trying to hold off John Pavlik for fourth. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Pavlik will move on by into the 4th spot. Rick Heim leads. Dave Wade second. Schernhofer is third. Pulling away. Ricky Heim out in front big time. Dave Wade sits in second. Dave's probably again got, his fans are probably going to win the award again for the biggest banner tonight. I don't know if anyone else can touch them in that department. They may have the biggest banner in Allegheny County. John Pavlik in the 00, challenging the 8 of Tom Schernhofer for third down the back chute. 4 laps to go. Rick Heim, your leader. More laps to go. 2 to go. Checkered flag for Rick Heim. Dave Wade finishes second. Tom Schernhofer third. John Pavlik gets fourth. And Willie White finishes fifth in the 55 car. Coming up next, the 2 heats for the 1R Darrell Robinson from Beaver Falls on the pole. The 77X of Rich Appolito from Carnegie. Points leader Alatalo starts third in the 00 from Carnegie. Fourth, Lou Pajarski in the 76 from Robinson Township. 22, Chris Langer from Hookstown. The 4 of Don Kremaniker from Connellsville. The 63X of Dave Beck from Imperial. Doug Foster in car number 3 from Kennedy Township. Frank Schneider Sr. in the 56 car from McKees Rocks. Neil Eisminger from Washington in the 1. And Jack Short from Aliquippa in car 16. Eight laps for the Schneider Truck Spectator Stocks, and the green is out. Rich Appolito into the lead. Pat's Electric All-Pro Waterproofing 77. Oh, Darrell Robinson in the 1R making contact with the wall. He's still going. They all get by so far. Robinson's got a flat tire, at least one. Uh-oh, spinning around the 22 of Chris Langham. Langham in the 22 spins. Robinson is in the pits in the 1R. Caution is out for the 22 of 5. Apolito also has a feature win in a 77X. Green is out. Into 1, it's Apolito with the lead. Italo putting the pressure on him on the inside. Dave Beck up to 3rd in the 63X. Neil Eisbinger in the 1 is 4th. Then Doug Foster in the 3, 5th. Eisbinger moves to 4th, and the Eisbinger's 10-minute oil change, number 1. The Simmons window cleaning 63X of Dave Beck 4th. Doug Foster trying to move by Beck, who doesn't seem to have any speed on the straightaways. Doug Foster puts the Lloyd's Auto Paint Supply 3 into 4th, but then he gets a high in 3 and 4. Still got the 4 spot, but Dave Beck is off the pace. Dave Beck slows down in the 63X car. Headed pit bound. Coming to the halfway points. Apolito leads. Tallis 2nd and Eisbinger 3rd. Foster in the 3 car bounces off the wall up in 4. Frank Schneider Sr. in the 56. Trying to pass him, but he can't do it. Foster's back around him down the front stretch. Apolito, your leader, gets a little high, but it doesn't slow him down with 3 laps to go. Frank Schneider Sr. into the wall hard up in 4th turn. The Rockies Lounge, Schneider Trucking, Spirit Harley Davidson 56, kissing the wall up in the 4th turn. Caution on the Speedway. Laps to go. Two laps to go. One more lap to go. Rich Apolito, the Pat's Electric 77X, trying to get the win over the Kelly's Beer Distributing 00 Valatella. Neil Eisbinger in the 1 car 3rd. Doug Foster in the 3, 4th. Lou Bajarski in the 76 running 5th. Through 3 and 4 they come. Rich Apolito. Pat's Electric All-Pro Waterproofing 77X gets the win with Alatala 2nd and Neil Eisbinger 3rd, Doug Foster 4th, and Lou Bajarski 5th in car 76. One more heat race coming up for the Schneider Truck Spectrum. Frank Schneider Jr. in the Mach 5, also from Sheridan. The Danimal, Danny Rich in the 67X from Imperial. Dave Greenewald in the 0 from South Fayette. Dave Kremaneker in the 3D from Pittsburgh. Fred Schneider in car number 10 from South Fayette. Pat Weldon from Monongahela, the 45. Charlie DiLoretto in the 11 from South Fayette. This is a South Fayette heat race. And 36, A.J. Poljak from Whitehall. Frankie Schneider trying to take the lead here in the Mach 5. He's got it off the second turn. Ooh, the Danimal. The Danimal making a big move in the 67X from the outside to the inside. Lou Lamonti in 13 second, but he's heading high in turn 4. How high can he go? That high, close to the wall. Dusted off the fourth turn crowd. Schneider leads. Rich running second. Dave Greenewald third. Fred Schneider fourth in the 10 car. And the race for fifth, a good one between the 13 of Lou Lamonti, the 11 of Charlie DiLoretto, and the 45 of Pat Weldon. Dave Greenewald now to the inside of Danny Rich, pressuring him for second. Charlie DiLoretto into the fifth spot now in the 11. Halfway this time by Frankie Schneider. The Schneider Trucking Black Electric B&D Manufacturing Mach 5 showing the way over the Mugshot Sports Bar. Advanced Auto Parts, Carnes Auto Wrecking 67X of Danny Rich. In third, the Carnes Bakery 0 of Dave Greenewald. In fourth, the Schneider Excavating 10 of Fred Schneider. Charlie DiLoretto fifth in the Carrier IES Supply 11. One lap to go. Checkered flag for Frankie Schneider. Danny Rich second. Dave Greenewald third. Fred Schneider fourth. Charlie DiLoretto fifth. And Lou Lamonti gets the wall. He'll drive it off the wall. Whoop. Front end of that looked like it was in the Demolition Derby last Saturday. Lou Lamonti's Bobby Seaman leads it. Bob Schwartzmiller in the 28 second. Mike McKee in the 55 third. Then Bill Capo in the 51. Capo slowed down a little bit in the 51 and might have done just scared himself a little bit there on the back straightaway. Bobby Seaman is your leader. Bob Schwartzmiller in the 28s and Mike McKee in the 55. Oh, Bobby Seaman in the 18 is slowing down. Bob Schwartzmiller in the 28 takes the lead. I think the 18 car is hot. Look at the water coming out of the overflow hose on the 18 of Bobby Seaman. Yeah, Bobby Seaman in the 18 is hot under the hood. And your new leader is Bob Schwartzmiller in the 28 out of Robinson Township, with Mike McKee in the 55 from Carnegie trying to stay unbeaten. Seaman is going to the pits in the 18. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. 55, Mike McKee looks like he's got a little blue smoke billowing from the backside as well. Bob Schwartzmiller out for the first time in this 28 car, looking for the win. One lap to go. Schwartzmiller trying to stop Mike McKee's winning streak. Pressure is on. We got some water out of the 55 of Mike McKee as well. Bob Schwartzmiller, new winner in the Amateur Strictly Stocks. Again, we're going to take a few minutes, put a little water down here on the bottom side and right around the top side of 3 and 4 there. So we'll be ready to go with the M-Stall modified feature here shortly. Stretch those legs. We'll come back with our 4 feature events. Robinson Township, the home. Bob Schwartzmiller, the driver. Scared the sheriff there. Wanted to make sure the brakes were going to work. He's got him maintenance, 1-day signs, and more. How about a nice hand, folks? Bob Schwartzmiller gets the win. Come on down here. Watch yourself. Come on down here, Bob. Congratulations. You also will get a plaque now with the picture of you and your car on there for your first win. Not too bad for the first time out.
It's great. We've had the guys that have helped on the car have been great. All the sponsors made this all possible. It's a great feeling. Love it.
As fun as you thought it would be?
Better.
Now everyone up there that they want to put one together. How much work when did you start on the car?
It was 9 weeks from start to finish.
Well, you got the first when you stopped Mike McKee's streak. Now you're the man to beat.
It's great. Get more cars out here.
Well, congratulations on getting that first one, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Bob Schwartzmiller, folks, your winner tonight in the Amateur Strictly Stocks. And DJ Miller in the 16, Scott Gunn in the 14G, your front row, 20 laps the distance. We appreciate your patience, and here we go, feature event time. Green is out. John Mergo in car 40, spins to the inside of 1 and 2. Caution is out. 20-lap special. Green is out. Into turn 1. Darren DJ Miller in the 16 with the lead. Scott Gunn on the outside. Here comes Larry Kugel and Wayne Tessine down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Another spin. This time it's the 44 of Dennis Niederreiter parked on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Caution is out. Hopefully the third time a charm for the M-Stall E-Mods. Scott Gunn gets the lead down the back straightaway. Tessine on the inside of DJ Miller. Miller is second. Who's going to be third off of 4? Tessine and Kugel battling down the front chute. Tessine third, Kugel fourth. Scott Stifler and Bobby Powell. Powell to the outside of Scott Stifler. Powell is 5th. Stifler 6th. High Song 7th. Two laps down. Scott Gunn out in front. And the PPG Motive Parts Subway 14G. And you've got some daylight here in the early going. Darren DJ Miller trying to hold off Wayne Tessine and Larry Kugel. Kugel to the outside of Tessine. They continue to battle for 3rd and 4th. Good race for 5th between Scott Stifler, Bobby Powell, and Ralph Highsong Jr. Tessine and Kugel continue to hound Miller. Highsong to the outside of the 63, trying to move to 5th. Contact between Wayne Tessine and DJ Miller as Tessine makes the pass for 2nd. Kugel now to 3rd. Miller is 4th. Highsong 5th with 4 down. Stifler runs 6th. Powell is 7th. Rich Stifler 8th. Dale Charlier 9th, and Jeff Broniszewski is 10th. Gunn leads them down the back straightaway again. Highsong Jr. on the outside trying to take 3rd away from Larry Kugel. Highsong on the march. The Clinton Auto Body Choo Choo Charlie 63 up to 3rd. Our defending Spectator Stock champion Ralph Highsong Jr. Larry Kugel 4th now. DJ Miller still 5th. Scott Stifler 6th. Bobby Powell 7th. And Rich Stifler in the 11th down on the inside trying to pass the 84 Dale Charlier. Charlier off the pace in car 84. Dale Charlier off the pace in car 84. Scott Gunn leads, but that lead is shrinking. As we close in on the halfway point, Wayne Tessine, Ralph Highsong Jr., and Larry Kugel in tow as Gunn leads them into 1. Wayne Tessine now within a car length of Gunn and closing in even more down the backstretch. Into turn 3. PPG Motive Parts 14G trying to hold off the Tubbs Automotive Cost Realty 10 at the halfway point. 10 laps to go. Ralph Highsong Jr. reeling in the front too as well. In the 63X with Kugel 4th and DJ Miller still 5th. Scott Stifler 6th. Bobby Powell 7th. Rich Stifler 8th. Jeff Broniszewski 9th. And Bruce Riestadt running 10th. Tessine trying to work underneath Scott Gunn. Gunn still in the front. Tessine just a car length behind. Into 1. Tessine now looks to the outside going in, but he'll follow him through 1 and 2. Now he dives to the inside. Down the back straightaway. Wayne Tessine trying to pass. Scott Gunn for the lead into 3 and 4. Slides in there with the lead. Look at Ralph Highsong Jr. coming on the outside as Gunn goes back to the inside off of 4. Scott Gunn has got the lead back. Then it's Tessine and Highsong with 8 laps to go. Kugel in 3rd. Ralph Highsong Jr. riding the rim in car 63X. Down the back straightaway. Tessine again to the inside. Then Gunn and Highsong into 3. Tessine has got the lead. Here comes Ralph Highsong Jr. as Scott Gunn dives to the inside. 3 wide off the 4th turn. Highsong in front. The Clinton Auto Body Choo Choo Charlie's Alex Paris Construction 63 of Ralph Highsong Jr. the leader. The defending Spectator Stock champion. Wayne Tessine is 2nd. Scott Gunn 3rd. Larry Kugel 4th. 6 laps to go, 6 to go. High Song right up on the top side of the racetrack. Looking for his first M-Stall modified feature win. Closing in on the back of the field here. About to start lapping some cars. With 5 laps to go, Wayne Tessine staying within striking distance. Just about 4 car lengths back. Tessine now within a car length of High Song down the backstretch. Into turn 3. Still Ralph High Song Jr. Wayne Tessine applying the pressure. 4 laps to go. Into turn 1, it's High Song. Tessine just 2 car lengths back. Gunn is still 3rd, Kugel 4th, DJ Miller 5th, Scott Stifler 6th, Rich Stifler 7th, Bobby Powell 8th, Jeff Broniszewski 9th, and Bruce Driestad is 10th. 3 more laps to go, folks. 3 laps to go. Ralph High Song Jr. trying to win the M-Stall E-Mod Special. Tessine again able to close in going into the turns. But High Song seems to have the best of it coming off. 2 to go. Clear racetrack right now for Ralph High Song Jr. Wayne Tessine, though, starting to crack the whip a little harder, trying to run him down. Into 3. Tessine again starting to put the pressure. Shows him his nose on the inside. Follows him off of 4 up high with 1 lap to go. Scott Gunn has broken car 14G. Scott Gunn in car 14G, the leader early on in this race, has got a flat right rear tire, looks like. He is off the pace. The caution is out. It'll be a 2-lap shootout to the finish. Here we go into 1 and 2. It's still High Song. Tessine right behind him as they race down the back straightaway. Larry Kugel 3rd, 16 Darren Miller 4th. Here they come through 3 and 4. High Song on the gas. He gets a little high. The door is open on the inside with 1 to go. Into turn 1. Wayne Tessine trying to take the lead. He pushes high, but he's still got the lead. Tessine with the lead coming for the white flag, and now he starts to pull away down the back straightaway. And the Cost Realty, Tubbs Automotive, Woodruff Carburetors 10. Ralph High Song Jr. just got a little high in turn 4 that last lap, opening the lane, and Tessine will win the M-Stall Modified Special. Took us a while to get it started, but once we got her going, a pretty good race. Come on down here, Wayne. The M-Stall Modified Special. Congratulations. I guess maybe you're glad it was 21 laps instead of 20. I'm not sure who had the lead when you came by for the 20th lap, but it was quite a race once we got it going.
Yeah, that was tough. I had to look to see if the same guy was driving that 63 because he really ran good. Had there not been a caution, I wouldn't have got by him, but just lucky.
It looked like he just got a little too high in the 4th turn there coming for the white flag.
Yeah, I think it helped. I got up beside him there a little bit, might have got him a little bit shook up, and that was all it took.
But really, this division is getting tougher and tougher. We've said that a lot, but it was a good race, and I think there's a lot of guys out there very capable of winning now.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't expect that water in before the feature. I'm not sure that was a great idea, but it worked out all right.
Congratulations, Wayne.
Thanks.
Here's your trophy. Get your picture taken. Wayne Tessine wins the M-Stall Modified Special tonight. Malquit. 5 of Lou Bradish. 9 Doug Crawford, 09 John Flinner, 12 Doug Dodd out there. 84 Steve Baker, 64 Andy Catellus, 11R. Rusty Whitmore, the 8 of Dennis Curry, the 4 of Alex Free, 55 Bill Nepper, 33 Bob Mosky, 75 Don Gross. Bill Adler in the 7, 33 Butch D'Antonio. 111 Robbie Blair, 75 F. Dale Fuller, 67 Rick Dawson, the 1Z of Jim Zarin, and the 93X of Mike Johnson. Lance Allison, the 17, your front row. 28 cars, 25 laps. Here they come, and the green is out. On the front stretch, everyone keeps going. Anxious moments there for a second or two. Ricky Thomas leads. Lance Elson second. Mark Benall third. Mike Cecere trying to pass Benall, and he'll pass him off before turn for third. Thomas leading. Elson second. Cecere third. Benall fourth. Lepro fifth. Malquit is sixth. Johnson is seventh. David Scott 8th, Doug Dodd 9th, and Doug Crawford 10th here in the early going. Mike Cecere on the move in car 35. Off the inside of turn 2 down the back straightaway. He passes Lance Elson in car 17 for second. Ricky Thomas leads. Cecere is to second. Johnson on the outside of B.A. Malquit, trying to move up into the 6th spot. 4 laps down. Contact between Malquit and Johnson in turn 1. They separate. Thomas leads. Mike Cecere closing in there. Cecere closing in on the race leader. 20 laps to go. 20 to go. Davey Johnson out of the inside of Jim Lepro, trying to move into the top 5. Johnson up to 5th now. Thomas still leads. Cecere second. Nelson third. Benall fourth. Johnson a close 5th, and closing in on Benall off the 4th turn. They're will-to-will for 4th down the front stretch into turn number 1. Butch D'Antonio or Bob Hosking, car 33 pits as Davey Johnson moves to 4th. Mike Cecere trying to take the lead away from Ricky Thomas off the 4th turn. Almost dead even at the flag stand into turn 1. Dale Fuller right in front of your race leaders. Cecere and Thomas will-to-will off the 2 down the back straightaway. It's still Thomas. Cecere right behind him as they head into 3. Elson third, Johnson is 4th and flying. Here they come, your leaders off of 4, splitting the 75 of Dale Fuller. 8 laps down. Davey Johnson out of the inside of Lance Elson. Johnson puts the Richards Construction Bland Towing 0 into 3rd. It's still Thomas in front, Cecere second, Johnson third, Elson fourth, Benall fifth, Malquit sixth, Dodd seventh, Crawford eighth, Lepro ninth, and Bradish runs 10th. Half a straightaway, the first 2 cars have over the 3rd place car of Davey Johnson. 15 laps to go. Mike Cecere trying to take the lead again from Ricky Thomas. Almost dead even another time. Into 1. Cecere's got the lead. Mike Cecere with the lead. Ricky Thomas second, Davey Johnson third. Lance Elson fourth, but all still 5th, and Malquit, Dodd, and Crawford. They're bunched together down the backstretch. Sear continues to lead now with Thomas second and Johnson closing in third. Closing in on the halfway point. Down the back straightaway, Mike Sear trying to lap Rusty Whitmore in turn 3. Ricky Thomas still second with Davey Johnson. Now just a couple of car lengths behind in third. 13 laps to go. 13 to go. Johnson now trying to take that second spot from Ricky Thomas. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 as Sear opens up some daylight out in front. Johnson dives underneath Thomas in 3 and 4. They're wheel-to-wheel for second, coming off the fourth turn, and the lap car on the outside. Into turn 1 at the halfway point, battle for second. Mike Sear still leads. Thomas second, and crash on the front stretch. Jim Lepro in car 6 brings out the caution. One of the leading all-time winners here right behind him in Davey Johnson. Another youngster in Lance Elson sits 4th. Mark Pinal, the defending track champ, is 5th. And the green is out. Johnson goes right back to work on Thomas in that race for second. They're wheel-to-wheel off at 2 down the back straightaway. Doug Dodd trying to pass Mark Pinal for 5th. Dodd is flying. Watch Doug Dodd. Johnson is now second. Sear leads. Thomas third. Elson fourth. Dodd is 5th. Pinal is 6th. Bradish is up to 7th. Malcolm 8th. Crawford is 9th. There's lots of real hard racing going on. Look at Louis Bradish on the outside off of turn 2. Rocket by Pinal and now close in on Dodd. Mike Sear, your leader. Davey Johnson second. Doug Dodd trying to take 4th away from Lance Elson. Watch Bradish. He is flying with 10 to go. Off of turn 2, Doug Dodd to the inside of Lance Elson. Lou Bradish right behind him, into 3. Sear leads over Johnson. 9 laps to go, 9 to go. Dale Fuller pitting in car 75F. Mike Sear keeping that fast lane right on the bottom through the turns. Johnson has not been able to close in here with 8 laps to go. Johnson sliding high, coming off the turns. It's still Sear in front. Johnson trying to run him down on the straights as Dennis Curry pits in car 8. Off of 4, Sear still your leader. Johnson did make up some ground that lap. 7 to go. Doug Dodd now pressuring Ricky Thomas for 3rd. Here comes Johnson closing on Sear. Contact on the front stretch. They get separated. Crawford and Malquit. In 3, Johnson now to the outside of Mike Sear. Sear pushes up. Slides up in front of Johnson, who tries to slingshot to the inside. Now he'll follow him into 1. Mike Sear trying to hold off Johnson, who swings by on the outside in turn 2. Down the back straightaway, Johnson has got the lead. Sear is second. Seems like the longer Johnson runs, the faster he gets. The Plans Towing, Richards Construction 0. The Gills Cafe, TD Sports Lounge. 35 in second, and Doug Dodd now trying to move to 3rd. He slides underneath Ricky Thomas into turn 1. Down the back straightaway. Dodd and Thomas wheel-to-wheel. Dodd will win the battle for 3rd into 3. Thomas is 4th. Elson 5th. Bradish 6th. Pinal 7th. Malcolm 8th. Crawford 9th. Flinter is up to 10th. Baker 11th. Less than 5 laps to go. In fact, 3.5 laps to go. Davey Johnson now stretching the lead into 0. Looking for his first Pittsburgh win this year. Put our stopwatch on and see what kind of lap times he's turning. It looks fast. He's closing on the back of the field here real quick like. Mike Sear now again, the rookie having a superb run in second. Dodd is 3rd. Thompson 4th, Thomas 4th, and Bradish is now to 5th. Lou Bradish has come from back around 12th to 5th. 2 laps to go. Johnson turning the lap track at 21:06. Closed in on the back of the field, trying to lap Jim Lepro. The lead has grown to almost a straightaway. Johnson. Mike Cecere second. Doug Dodd third. Ricky Thomas fourth. Lou Bradish fifth. Ellison sixth. Pinal seventh. Malquit eighth. Crawford ninth. Flinner still 10. Johnson sliding through 3 and 4 on the low side. He'll hopefully make his mom feel better with this win tonight. Davey Johnson wins. Mike Cecere second. Doug Dodd will get third. Ricky Thomas fourth and Lou Bradish fifth. Next week will be the Penn National 100. $408 tonight for the 50-50. Get your tickets ready. We'll have Davey pick the winning number. $408 for tonight's 50-50. How about a nice hand as he climbs out of the car from Greensburg? Your late model winner, Davey Johnson. Davey, come on down. Congratulations, you got a smile on your face, but I tell you what, that was a pretty hard race. Once you got in front, it looked like you had them covered, but it was fun watching you come up. You certainly had to work for it.
Yeah, definitely. They spec cars. This is my second time in this one, and they're a lot of fun. You can drive them in the corner pretty good.
It looked like, obviously, the longer you ran, the faster you got. I mean, you were a little slow on the restart, and I'm sure you probably wondered if you had enough for Mike, but once you got about 5 laps on it, you really took off.
It seems to take a while. I guess the motor's not having that much power in them, and once I get some heat in them, they'll go.
And it'll feel good to finally be parked in victory lane?
Yeah, I'd say it's been a long season.
Let's talk about next week. Obviously, you're here tonight first. Your mother was sick last night. That's why you came back from Hagerstown. I understand she's doing a little better today.
Yeah, they got her out of intensive care today, so I had to get back and see her and then do a little racing here.
She'll feel a little better now, I'm sure, when you call her and tell her you won.
Oh, yeah, she'll feel real good.
Well, let's talk about next week, because the big question is open motor or spec motor, and you've got to both. You've got the spec here tonight. You've run the open. What do you think?
I don't know. I think the spec motor is going to be the way to go, but
if the track's like this, it's pretty slick, it hasn't bolted down, what happens if it gets a stripe in it?
I don't look for it to happen, Dow. I really don't, but I don't know. It's probably what we're going to go with. We'll be loaded for both of them.
Well, congratulations on getting the win here, and best of luck next week. And I need you to pull a winning number in the 50-50. All right, 478-6020. 478-6020. Congratulations, folks. Have a nice hand for Davey Johnson. Laps for the limited late models. Tom Schernhofer on the pole in the 8 car. Jim Steffens in the 84 to the outside. The green is out. Tommy Schernhofer leads. Jim Steffens second. Dave Wade third. Rick Heim fourth. Bob Damron is fifth. Oh, Schernhofer, your leader, up against the wall off the second turn. Steffens goes in front. Schernhofer in the 8 car way up, almost looked like he hit the wall. Maybe not. We'll see the right side of the car when he comes off the floor. Doesn't look like he did, or if he did, it was just a bit. He was close to it. Steffens now, the Colbert's Collision 84, out in front with a big lead. Schernhofer second, Wade is third, Heim fourth, Damron fifth, Pavlik sixth, Reed seventh, Dobrashowski eighth, Luria ninth, and Willie White runs 10th. Rick Heim in the 29 to the inside, trying to take third away from Dave Wade. Takes third, and the Lowry's run automotive 29. Passing the Taggart Machine and Manufacturing, Yingling Lager 76 of Dave Wade. Driving away from the field in car number 84. He's got a straightaway advantage as he tries to lap the 7C of Gary Saloni. Goes by him. Steffens is in the fast lane. 12 laps to go. Schernhofer second, Heim third. Wade is fourth. The battle for fifth heating up now. Bob Damron in the 12. 00 John Pavlik, the 25 of Len Dobrashowski. Dobrashowski in the 25. Pressuring Johnny Pavlik, who's right behind the fifth place car of Bob Damron. Heim trying to close in on the second place car of Tom Schernhofer at the halfway point, 10 laps to go. Dobrashowski is now by Pavlik. The rough cut Slim Jim 25 putting the heat on the DPC Automotive 12 of Bob Damron for fifth as they race into turn one. Doby takes her to the inside. For fifth off the fourth turn. Jim Steffens leads, trying to lap the 1B of Brandon Waring. Off of four, he dives to the inside of Waring. Turn one, Jim Steffens looking for what I believe is his first feature win here at Pittsburgh. 5 more laps to go when he comes by. 5 more laps to go. Rick Heim closing in on Tom Schernhofer for second. Just a little bit. Schernhofer still second. Heim is third. Wade runs fourth. Dobrashowski is fifth. Handling looks like it's gone away on the 76 of Dave Wade. He tries to hold on to that fourth spot. Steffens again closing in on the back of the field with 4 laps to go. 4 to go. Steffens trying to get by the 5 of George Kowatic and the 55 of Willie White, but no need to be in a hurry as he's got almost a half a straightaway lead over Tom Schoenhofer. Rick Heim again only about 6-7 car lengths behind Schoenhofer now. Steffens off of 4. 2 to go. Tries to get again by the 5 of Kowatic and the 55 of Willie White. He's in the middle of those 2 cars in 1 and 2. He passes Kowatic. And now trying to do the same to Willie White down the backstretch into 3. 1 more lap to go. Jim Steffens looking for his first Pittsburgh win. Schoenhofer second, Heim third. The battle for fourth now, Dave Wade with Lendo Brzezelski to the inside as they race off of 4 into turn number 1. Steffens into 3. The Colbert's Collision 84 out of Pittsburgh. Jim Steffens wins the limited late model feature, his first at Pittsburgh. Schoenhofer gets second, Heim third. Who's going to be fourth and fifth? Here they come. Like Dave Wade will get fourth, Lendo Brzezelski fifth. First ever win for Jim Steffens. Jimmy's cars were always 38 when he was in the spectator stocks. Next week, folks, don't forget again the Penn National 100. And the other divisions will be running features only. No points in any class next week. Gates will open early at 4:30. Time trials at 6:30. Colbert's Collision and Service, Phil Lucon Rep Fab. The sponsors, a Rocket Chassis. A nice hand for Jim Steffens, his first win at Pittsburgh. Come on. Congratulations, Jimmy. Finally got it. How many years? How many years you been racing here?
I think it's our 9th year here.
Ran all those years in the spectator stocks, had the lead, always something would happen. So what, second year now in the semi-lates?
Yeah, it'll be our year and a half, second year.
Well, I'll tell you what, the car was hooked up tonight. You didn't leave any doubt once you got in front.
No, my buddy Phil Lucon, he took care of everything. I mean, that thing was coming on the last 2 weeks. And
why the number change? You always were 38. Did you just keep the numbers on it that were on it? When it was one of Steve Baker's cars, or did you decide to go with Team Lucon and change yours to suit them, or what's the story?
Yeah, we teamed up with Phil this year, and he kind of owns most of the car because I can't afford it. And we had to run his number.
So whatever the number is, it's fast, right? It's fun to win.
Yeah, it sure is fun. I'll tell you what, I couldn't be happier.
It has to be a great feeling for you after all those years and all those hours and whatnot to get into victory lane. It's worthwhile, isn't it?
It sure is. I'm glad my buddies are here. They helped me for 8 years on the pure stock. Never got a chance to be out here, and I'm glad they came tonight. I'll tell you what, it's the greatest.
Well, I'm sure it isn't going to be your last. Congratulations, Jim.
Thanks, Tom.
Jim Steffens, folks, one of the nice guys in racing here at Pittsburgh. His first win. Rich Appolito starts from the pole in car 77X with Frankie Schneider outside of the Mach 5. Then it's the Danimal, Danny Rich in the 67X, the 1 of Neil Eisminger, Dave Greenewald in the 0, the 3 of Doug Foster, 10 Fred Schneider, 76 Lou Bajarski, 11 Charlie DiLoretto, Chris Langham in the 22, Pat Weld in the 45, the 00 Al Atala, Jack Short in the 16, Stacy White in the 55, Don Kremaniker in the 4, Dave Kremaniker in the 3D, Dave Beck in the 63X, AJ Poljak in the 36, 13 Lou Lamonde, and the 1R of Darryl Robinson. Lendo Brzezelski was the hard charger in that last feature. The Monarch Oil hard charger was Lendo Brzezelski from 12th to 5th. Rich Appolito takes the lead in the 77X. Frankie Schneider sits in second. Danny Rich in the 67X, the 1 of Neil Eisminger right together. Rich Appolito is your leader. Frankie Schneider second, Danny Rich third, Neil Eisminger fourth, and Dave Greenewald running fifth. Danny Rich to the outside of Frankie Schneider and moving to second. The Danimal to second. Teammate Rich Appolito out in front. Schneider, though, trying to take the second spot back off the fourth turn. Neil Eisminger in the 1 car still fourth. Dave Greenewald fifth. Doug Foster sixth. Fred Schneider seventh. Lou Bajarski eighth. Charlie DiLoretto ninth. And Al Atala is 10th. It's Appolito leading. Danny Rich is closing in. The Danimal trying to track down Rich Appolito's Pat's Electric 77X. With the Mike Shot Sports Bar 67X not far behind. Schneider trucking Mach 5 of Frankie Schneider. The Sam's Place. Zappy Oil 1 of Neil Eisminger. There goes the Danimal on the outside. He's not wasting time. Danny Rich into the lead of the Mug Shot Sports Bar. Advance Auto Parts, Carnes, Auto Wrecking 67X. Appolito looks low. It won't work. It's Rich, your leader, off of 4. Just a little better coming off the corners. And he gets a little high though going into the turn, but boy, he's sure good coming off. Dave Greenewald on the 0 continues to hound Neil Eisminger's 1 for 4th. Close to the halfway point. 7 more laps to go when they combine. 7 more laps to go. Frankie Schneider now to the inside of Rich Appolito. They're wheel-to-wheel for second. Atala, who started 12th, making progress down the backstretch in the 00. He and Doug Foster wheel-to-wheel into 3. Rich leads, but he's got a push that's bad in the turns. He's hanging on. This is going right down to the wire. We got ourselves a 5-car freight train into turn 1. Rich Appolito looks to the inside of Danny Rich. Still Rich Appolito. Here comes Schneider. Eisminger and Greenewald all running together. 5 more laps to go. 5 to go. Danny Rich still leading. Appolito right on his bumper. Eisminger has his nose in third now. And the Eisminger's 10-minute oil change number 1. Appolito way down on the inside. Danny Rich leads him off at 2. And here comes Eisminger to the outside of Appolito. Has to slow down for just a second. Oh, Appolito out of shape in the middle of 3 and 4. Now they're 3 wide for second. Snyder back to second. That gives the big lead to Danny Rich. The Danimal right up against the wall in the middle of 1 and 2. Snyder second, Eisminger third, Greenewald fourth, Appolito fifth, Fred Schneider sixth, Alex Hallis seventh, Doug Foster eighth, Charlie DiLoretto ninth, and Lou Bajarski is 10. With 3 laps to go, 3 to go. Rich with some breathing room. 2 laps to the finish. 2 to go. White flag is waving. Final lap. The Danimal, Danny Rich, looking for win number 1 this season. Down the back straightaway, Eisminger trying to swing by Schneider for second into turn number 3. Wheel to wheel for second. Your leader pushing high. He gets his turn, and he'll drive into victory lane. Danny Rich. Schneider will get second. Eisminger third. Greenewald fourth, and Appolito fifth. Out of the Danny, come on down here. Congratulations. All right, he says. How's it feel to get the first one this year?
Put it up on the high side and she stayed there. I love it.
It looked like you were having to jerk the wheel pretty good, though. It looked like it was pushing going in and then coming off of 4.
That's exactly what it was doing. It was pushing in the middle of the turn, and then I tried to gather it back in, and it was giving me such a run off the turn. It was like this would get me there.
Yeah, you were good going in, and then they caught up to you there with about 5 laps to go, and then Rich had a little problem, and that seemed to give you some daylight. But nonetheless, it has to feel good because you didn't waste any time. When you got to the outside, you took off.
I was standing down there watching that limited late race down in the middle of 1 and 2, and I was watching that top side up there, and I thought maybe there's enough up there to hold me. I hope, you know.
Well, Rich had won 1 this year, now you get 1, so the Damage Incorporated team's got 2 wins, and you're all running pretty good.
Hey, thanks. We've been working hard on the cars, trying to keep everything together and trying to build some consistency into them and trying to get a good finish in the points this year and everything. I'd like to thank a couple of my sponsors. I'd like to thank DJ, my crew chief here. We're partners on the car. His name's big on the side of the car, and we do this every week, and I'm glad for him that we finally won 1. Danny down at Mugshots, all Advanced Auto and Imperial, all the people that help us, Red Corns and everyone. Man, it feels good to finally win 1.
All right, congratulations.
Thanks.
Danny Rich, your winner tonight in the Schneider Spectator Stocks. Hey, again, we want to thank you all for coming. We hope you enjoyed the action. Take your time exiting the Speedway. Have a safe trip home. Don't forget, next week it's the big one, the Penn National 100. We'll hope to see you here. Gates will open at 4:30 next Saturday.